Gamma squeeze, gamma squeeze. Show me your leaderboard. Okay, trace button here to grant your wish. This is the top 10 gamma squeeze stocks as brought to you by Fintel, who tell us that straight in at number one, top of the pops, it's your friend and mine, Root. Or is it? Because we have that great protagonist, Kirk, also challenging for the top spot. If Root makes it in at number one, wow. Top of the pops on its first entry, straight in at number one. That's the sort of stuff that blockbusters are made of. We're going to take a look at these top 10 stocks today and a variety and series of clips that will come out one after the other rather than one long video. So hit the like and subscribe button so that you get to be notified of them. Hit the bell icon and like and comment below if you appreciate them, want me to keep doing them. Thanks very much. This is a very exciting little look here at all of these stocks, and we're going to start off with Root. Weekly time frame, as you can see, price action fits neatly into this downward sloping channel. We've got a number of Fibonacci's. This is a little bit hard to read right now. Moving back to the top side, you would see various targets becoming important. $26, incredibly important. We break that to be able to define this as having put in a low and there potentially being an oscillation, at least against this very linear trend. Look for $26. Above that, there's various targets you could aim to. Trace button likes to go straight to the 618 though, up at 108. Would that happen? Well, we'll have to look at a lot more than just the daily and weekly time frames. And I'd suggest there's lots of important levels in advance of that. Of course, the 236, the prior high from the formation. This Donchian channel likely be around there if you made that move even right now. And then, top side of it. And then beyond that, you know, you've got a target level here, very clear resistance level where traders want prices to a close. That's very close or approximate to the 382 at $44. So 26.44. And then the 50% retracement on this particular trend doesn't have a very clear support and resistance as price action met it previously. So maybe you are looking for a golden pocket and a prior historical level of resistance. Weekly time frame though, you'd be hard pressed to be looking to above 26 on any short-term horizon. Longer term, this been a long downward sloping linear trend. Breaking that, anything could happen if it makes it back above a 236, especially because it's like where we find it on the Gamma Squeeze leaderboard. Many huge companies that earn so much money from teaching people to trade advertise on every single one of my videos. And it's true though that I myself, who do this every single day and proves that it works, I have my own course, which is far better than any of them. And you can get it yourself when you go to www.technicalanalysis.school. And they advertise on my video, these other actors, because they know that I'm here every single day proving how this stuff works, but I don't do it the same as them. I do it my own way, and a lot of the experience that I have got over all the years I've spent trading, it's in this course for you. It's distilled down and put into this course. It'll be giving you lectures, it'll give you questions and assessments, and it'll be giving you information you can't learn anywhere else. It'll level up your trading, and at the end of it, you'll have a robust and significant understanding of how to trade and how to manage your risk. I advise everybody to check it out, and it's at the link in the description, www.technicalanalysis.school. See you there. Right, so back down, you know, 2-day time frame, we'll pass through there and we'll see there's a flash at 238. Right, it's super interesting. I think that's worth paying attention to, as are all the rocky outcrop flashes on anything you see. 4-hour time frame, especially if they come like significantly into the price history of something. You can see the prior highs marked here. You can see the 200 period moving average likely causing some level of resistance. It reaches $22 at the minute, so it'd be the first place to target breaking out of this downward sloping resistance. 26 being the first level that if we broke it, it would mean real significant things for the structure and framework we've got going on here. Down to the 2-hour then, and we'll start looking at this flash, 33 spot 29. Oh my goodness, right? Juicy. Price action here, putting in a formation that we've spoken about with this tightening wedge. You can also see it on the RSI. If it breaks that wedge, it may well move into a channel. The measured move from this would take you to these sort of target areas, which would be in advance of meeting the downward sloping resistance within the channel. 200 period moving average at 17 at this time frame. That's a 2 hour, and the flash at 33. That's 300% where you are at the minute. Significant moves, but not even like, you know, it only takes you beyond the 236. So we've got areas in advance of it and beyond it, and there it's not too crazy to talk about it right now, though I don't think we'd be targeting that area if we were going exclusively on the technical analysis as presented by this chart. As you can see, here is this tightening wedge formation and the potential for it to break back into a channel. That would be because of the price action within it expressed in this. You know, that sort of thing fits, right? It would fit if it did make that move. There would be a degree of confluence and it wouldn't be exceeding those important levels we talked about. So it could easily go there, especially on a little bit of hypey news, which is what it is when it comes in number 1 or 2 spot on the Gamma Squeeze leaderboard. So it's important to look now and see you're below the basis line of this channel. If it does break to the top side, you're not necessarily anticipating anything greater than this formation. Patterns within patterns, though, it could be a bullish situation breaks from this. You'd need to get back above $17 or 200 period moving average and put in sustained opening closes above there. 30-minute time frame. Maybe you're not looking to volatility indicators on these tiny little turnip farms. This cross on the MACD suggests you could make a positive move. It's disqualified from any significant trading strategy I would use because it's below a 200 period moving average, though at the same time it does give you places to aim to. That 200 period moving average is below your prior high, so if it was to move there, it wouldn't be completely crazy. It's as moved back out of the bearish control zone, putting in lower lows on price action and higher lows on the RSI. That's reversal divergence and speaks to going back to test resistance. This being in a tightening formation here, as we spoke about this downward sloping resistance, and it already being at that level as the price progresses through the trend, means that if you are to break it from this bullish divergence, it could have quite a quick sharp move to those levels. That currently looks around $14 prior high, back around 15. And as we spoke about, 17, 22, 26, all of these targets now, and why you might reach one or then go on to reach the other will depend on the strength of the trend at the time. 30 minutes, you know, you're going down, so you're looking for a trend reversal if you're trying to target those higher numbers. On the 15-minute time frame, we've got then a flash at 10, spot 89, currently prices closing at 10, spot 87. That gives you some hope to the top side in tiny time frames. So you're not trending in any particular direction. You're very, very much right next to that price. You can see that the lows there at around 1080, 1075, that's the sort of price. You know, you're very, very close to there already from the lows of yesterday. And then the highs that you managed to make having put in that low around to $11, $11.10, $11.17. Speaks to, you know, a very tight range where if you exceed that, then you likely get some sort of action to those, if it's above, to those targets we talked about, and if it's below, extensions down the way. We can see that from these moves here, just like the absolute tiny little time frames, the 1.13 extension at 1067, you've been to 1071 previously, so that's not that crazy. A 1618 at 1049, these are very reserved targets holding above $10. If you're talking about larger drop downs, then you might be talking about this move, and we called that one quite well, or this low to the high in the extension then therein. If it is from the entire formation and it breaks down, you'd be justified in thinking about it from here. Whoops, that's the wrong tool. Need this guy. Cheers, buddy. Then you go 1.618 is in at 1131. You broke that, so your 2618 then at 762 would be meeting this downward sloping support in the channel. That makes sense. If you're looking at it from within this part of the move, then the 1618 was support temporarily. 2618, don't know if that's clear there, to be honest. You know, and then because of the nature of this, it's not particularly reliable, though. You can see 3618 comes in at 996, 2618 1125, so you're already in between two important ones there, and it being not like, you know, you would only be looking at it for confluence, and we're not seeing anything here. You see the 1618 exceeded. Price action very bullishly divergent at the time. If it does push back up again, we've got our targets. If it breaks back down, continuation is the name of the game. And because people have, this has found itself on the overly shorted list of stocks, those that have become dangerous to the people who would look to close their positions, you can see that that's probably due to the nature of it not being a particularly good investment for fundamental reasons at periods of time, which has attracted attention of those people likely to go short. And it's done it in such a way that they've entered disproportionately to the available shares and the size of the float. And that's quite an easy mistake to make if you're shorting things, not to completely and utterly understand the context of all of the assets. And it's, of course, then impossible to know how the market at large will react to any piece of fundamental knowledge. Like, for example, it's very difficult to scale into your hypothesis. What's going to happen if the Doomslayers find out about this thing? What's going to happen if they all find out what we're doing? And the answer is they're... Hey, how about that? Whoa, brilliant. Did you remember hit like and subscribe? Here's 2 other videos you like. Check out Rocky Outcrop, ROCKYOUTCROP on YouTube for excellent technical analysis on all your favorite stocks. Remember, you can fax me anytime, and definitely comment below if you want to see more of these shows. Those videos, though,